G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to jump straight in. I am going to dust my little tips here of my Cascade mold with some gorgeous gold metal powder. This is not a mica powder, it's a metal powder. It's really quite bright. So really gold-like. Some mica powders can be sort of, the gold mica powders can be like a bit orange, but this one is quite gold. So I'm going to do this real quick. I am trying the Platinum Ultra Clear resin today. It's very thin resin, and I seriously am not really expecting much from it. But I'm gonna give it a go, because I have been using Art Pro and Platinum Super Clear, and they're both quite thick. Well, they're not thick resins. I'll call them a medium viscosity resin. And as you if you've been following me, you know I've been struggling with certain techniques, certain flower techniques, and I thought, well, maybe I needed to wait for my resin to thicken, but you know, so that my petals wouldn't drop, my white wouldn't drop like it does in a 3D bloom. But now I'm kind of thinking I should try a thinner resin that moves faster. And I'm wondering if the thinner resin that moves faster will actually prevent my white from falling, and maybe because it's moving so fast, maybe it will spread more. So that's my theory, okay? That's what we're going to go with today. See if a thinner resin will work. Now, what I've been doing lately is kind of a cross between a fairy flower that I learnt from resincourses.com and a dragon flower, which I also learnt from resincourses.com. And if you've done any of those courses, you'll know what I mean. The fairy flower is basically just doing dots. The dragon flower is doing like M or W type shapes. So I'm going to combine those two together. And no doubt you've seen me do that before on my other pours. So I'm going to do those together today with this quite thin resin. I think it's quite thin. And we're going to have to see what we get today. So I'm going to kind of just nickname this Cascade flower, because it's only really going to work in this particular mold, this Cascade mold, because I can dust the tips like this. Okay, so just for the sake of it, I'm calling that the Cascade flower. All right, so that's my tips done with the rich gold from Art Tree Creations. Now my resin's been sitting here. It's coming up to 10 minutes. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to get in my little cups. I need a cup for my white. I need a cup for my piping bag. I need a cup for my little gold crushed rocks. Don't need much of that. I need a cup for my sun, which is Octopus Fluids. It's more like an orange really. And then I've got a cup for my strawberry, and then the rest of my cup will be my push, which I'm going to put lemon and a bit of gold interference into that. So let me weigh everything out, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to drizzle a tiny bit of resin into my little rocks there, just to moisten them just a tiny bit, just so that they can stay together when I drop them in. Okay, so that's them. I've got my piping bag organized. I am going to use the Just Resin Titanium White today. It's well used. I used to use it for my blooms before I got my bloom paste. So, all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, see, when you stir it and it gets all over your stick, you don't really know how much you're getting. So I'm just going to kind of scoop some. I'm going to try and get that to sit on the top, so we can see how much is there. Anyway, we're just, oh gosh, I'm scooping. I'm trying to scoop, okay? That's what I've got. That's what I've got. We'll see how that goes. I haven't got much resin in my little cup. This is my least, that's my medium, and that's my most. Now, last time, I didn't mix my white properly. It wasn't this though, it was my bloom. And I must have forgotten to mix it. I must have, my pink and silver one. Yeah, I must have like mixed it a bit and then moved on to mixing these, and then I was supposed to come back to it and I didn't, so I'll make sure that I've mixed it really, really well, because you don't want any, it's like mica powder. If you don't mix it properly, then you get these blobs of mica powder or blobs of white that have sunk to the other side, so just, yeah, be really careful. Mix it really well. I'll come back to it, okay? Stir it again. Remind me. I'm just going to clean that stick off so that we can see what it's doing. So it looks opaque there, but when you tip it, you can still see the stick. So I don't know. I'm used to counting drops. All right, so this is sun. I don't want to make everything too dark. We'll try 3. So these are the Octopus Fluid resin inks. They're not alcohol inks. They are resin inks. This is going to be my outer edge. I've got a little bit less resin for my outer edge. Now, if you make your colours too saturated, your white drops don't fall properly. They just don't. They don't sink properly. All right, that'll do. Let's try 3 of those. I'll write that down. 3. And then the next one is strawberry. So I'm going for yellow, orange, and reddy tones. Strawberry. Okay, we'll also do 3 of those. See what that looks like. 3 of each. 3 of each. You don't need to get carried away and do like 7 drops. It's too much. It's not gonna work. Your white's not gonna fall through properly. 2 or 3 drops is usually ample. Okay, so that's strawberry. Now in my push, I'm gonna use the lemon. Let's open it away from your cup, okay? Because sometimes you get these crusty bits on the side. Now your push at the end is generally clear, but you can do a slight colour. So it looks quite dark there, but look, it looks very clear there. So let's just leave it at that. We'll do one drop. So 3, 3, 1. And then I'm going to add some Let's Resin Interference mica powder. And you can use a decent amount of this. It's not very heavy for some reason. I don't know. I used to start, when I started, I used a tiny bit, but I've realized that with this particular one, I can add a bit more. With a mica powder, you couldn't add that much, but with an interference powder, I seem to be able to add more for some reason. Okay, this is starting to feel warm. I can feel it. So there's my yellow, my orange, and my red. Yay! So like I said, I'm doing a combination between a fairy flower and a dragon flower, similar to what I've done before. I will link resincourses.com for you down below if you want to do their course. And there's a coupon code as well, so yay. Right, let's do this again. Stir my white again. Hopefully this will look pretty. It's hard to tell if your white's fully stirred because it's just white. I don't know. Gosh, I'm hoping I don't have any blobs again. I managed to fix that when I had the white blob before. Oh, you should check out that video. Oh, I was so happy I could fix that. I had a big white blob. And I fixed it. All right, let's put this in here. Now I'm ultra careful about mixing my white. So anyway, I mixed up my Platinum Ultra Clear. It's a 2-to-1. I will link Platinum's websites down below. There's a few websites now. They're in different countries, so you should be able to get that pretty much worldwide. So I'll link that for you as well, and there's a coupon code as well for you. It's starting to warm up just a teensy bit. All right, now the orange, I'm calling it orange. It's called sun, but I'm calling it orange. That is going over my gold, just on the edge like so. Make sure it's covering and it's sort of in there symmetrically. Make sure that I've covered all my little bits of mold there. Not that it makes a lot of difference, I don't think. Ah, don't close yet. See how far, look, see how thin it is? It's closing already. Gosh, wait for me. All right, there we go. In goes my strawberry. I didn't want to use red cherry because it has like a purpley tone to it, so I've got the strawberry happening. Let's give my sticks a bit of a wipe as I go. Keep them clean. Alrighty. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. I hope it's going to be like dark enough, my colours. I don't know. Oh gosh. My husband's going outside. I need a sign on the door saying, I'm videoing. Be quiet, everybody. Now, I'm going to have to make the hole really small because the resin is quite thin. Like so. Let's see how that goes. It's quite thin, so it's going to come out fast. Okay, it's not quite big enough. Not quite big enough. Start small. You can always go bigger, okay? But not too big because the resin is... Okay, it's ready. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna torch. I'm gonna go. Sometimes I go anti-clockwise, and sometimes I go clockwise. Go figure. It's gonna take me a little while, you guys. I'm just gonna do dots everywhere. So feel free to fast forward. So I think in the last one of the last videos I showed you Bailey's puppies. They were 10 days. They're doing so well. They're so cute. They're little cavoodles. I'll show you again when the eyes are open. I'll show you another video. I'm trying to do my dots small. Now, I have never ever used this resin for a fairy flower, a dragon flower. Gee, it's been so long since I've done a Larimar, I can't even remember. I know the Larimar you use quite a thin resin. From memory, maybe I did use this one for the Larimar. I seriously can't remember. It's been so long since I did a Larimar. Maybe I need to revisit that. Shall I revisit my Larimars? You kind of do one and then move on, do the next one, because everyone else is doing it, so you want to do it too, and then you compare. You chat about it and compare and all that sort of stuff, so it's really fun. I'm trying to do my dots small, close together, because when I did my pink and silver one, yeah, I got big petals, big sort of, which are fine, but, you know, we're never happy, are we? We're never happy. Well, I'm not. I always strive for something else. I wanted nice shaped petals and I got them, but they were big. So now I want nice shaped petals and small. So I'm going to keep going until I get it. Look at them blooming, you guys. I'm a bit off this way. I didn't go right out to the edge here, did I? Whereas I went out to the edge on that side, up there. Looks like a sunflower. It looks like a sunflower. Maybe I should change my mind and put a dark center in rather than the gold. Maybe. Okay, let's keep going in the middle. I really feel as if I should be torching those bubbles. They're in the way. They're in my way. Dots. Sometimes I feel dizzy when I'm looking at all these dots in circles. I think I'm like swaying. I'm getting dizzy looking at them all. Anyway. You can fast forward, come back to me at the end. Okay, so now that's pretty much covered. I'm going to go and do more dots at the end here, between all these other little petals. Where there's a gap, I'm going to go in between them. I do need to save some of my white because I need to do my M's. And I need to do more dots, so I can't use all my white. It's actually not syncing. I was kind of thinking that they were going to all sync, but they haven't. Now, is that about... Not quite sure how much to save. I'm going to put some more. More, please. I've got some little gaps here. Not exactly sure how many to do, but, you know, I'll work it out. I am going to do a push in a minute, so all these little dots are going to move back out of the way. Let's do another row in here. And then another one between here. Hope I don't use up all my white now. See, I'm going faster now. I'm thinking my dots are getting a bit bigger because I'm squeezing, trying to hurry. Okay, I think that'll do. That'll do. I better keep some of my white. All right, now I'm going to do the push in two parts. So I'm going to do 2/3 of it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out an ounce. Measure out an ounce. That's my ounce, my 30 grams, and I'm going to keep that for later. Pouring that into the middle. Okay, then I know how much I've got, because this is like I haven't done this before. Now I'm going to torch because those bubbles are. Oh, it's not working. Come on. There we go. Just those few little ones that are on top. Look at it move! Oh my gosh! All right, now I hope I've got enough white left. Maybe I haven't got enough to do 2 rows of M's. I might only have enough for 1 row of M's. I don't want to make up too much white because the resin, you know, there's not that much resin here. It's only like 200 grams. It can only hold a certain amount of white. Oh gosh, now I've used too much in the first layer. Haven't really got enough left for my other dots. Okay, so I've only got a tiny bit left. Oh my gosh. Oh, I haven't got enough. Anyway, let's just see what we get. It is what it is. I really should shut that door when I'm videoing. My husband went out and hung out the washing or something. Just wondering if I can take a little bit of this, just a tiny bit, and add a bit of white to it, just a tiny bit. I feel as if I want some more white. Hey, stop it, you guys. I'm trying to talk. It's probably not going to work now, but it's not going to be the right consistency or anything. Look, there's no reason why we can't colour our white. You know, when we do the dragon flower, we colour our white. There's not much there. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know. I don't know. What if I can put this back? Let me borrow this for a minute. I really want some more white petals. I'm just going to make sure that's folded over so it doesn't all leak out. Just going to borrow that cup for a second. It's really not much here. It's probably not even worth me doing, but look, I just want to do a few more dots in the middle. We'll see how we go. Might not work, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see. And I'll just push that forward, getting the air out. Give that a twist. Tuck it in. All right, off we go. Round we go. Okay, so I must remember not to use all my white on the first round because I really wanted to do 2 rows of the M's. Oh my gosh, I just spat everywhere. Let's see if I can get a row again. I'm not doing a very good job here today, am I? Sorry guys, but you know, I'm just trying something new, so it's always tricky when you're trying something new. About how much to use. It's hard to, oh gosh, it's hard to know like when you've used half out of your little piping bag. It's hard to know. Feels as if I'm using too much, making my dots too big now. Okay, that'll have to do. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. Oh. Unbelievable. He waits till I do a video and then he makes the dogs bark. Hey, unbelievable. I'll have to go and give him a good long hard talking to in a minute. All right, here we go. Last push with that 30 grams that was in there. Turn off my stick, give it a bit of a torch. Oh, look, we're getting some pink happening. All right, so now I'm just gonna wait. I may have to come back and suck some of the middle out. I don't know yet, because like I said, I haven't used this yet for this particular technique, so I don't know what it's going to do. And I've got a bit of glitter there. I'm not sure what it's going to do. So, yeah, that was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? Now, I'm not going to add my glitter yet, my crushed glass. I want to see if it's going to close. So, what's the time? 4:25. I'm going to come back and check on it in about 15 minutes or so and see if it's closing. If not, I'll just suck a little bit out. And so it closes, and then I'll put my glass in. So, yes. I'm liking the colors. I'm wondering if I should have done a darker center though. I don't know. All right, see you soon. So it's been 10 minutes and I've come to check on it and it really hasn't changed at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck some of the center out and just get that to kind of close a little bit. So that's just all that gold interference there. I'll keep doing that until I'm getting some white coming in. Okay, there's a bit of white there now and a little tiny bit of the orange, so that will do. So 2 syringes, and oh, it's getting quite warm. I can feel through that syringe there. So we'll just see how that goes now, hey? Oh, nearly forgot my gold. And yeah, we'll see if it works. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect. Yeah, I feel as if I didn't do very well because I wanted to do the 2 rows of M's to push everything in. And yeah, that didn't happen. So I don't know if it'll close as well as I'm expecting it to, or hoping it will. Now, just because you made all that stone there with the resin into a little paste doesn't mean you have to use it all, because sometimes you don't need such a big center. You can't actually see what's going on in there in the middle. I am going to just pop 1 drop of this lemon in the center. If it was alcohol ink, it would spread. I wanted to see what was going on in there, but it's not going to do it. If I use the alcohol ink, it spreads and it pushes everything out of the way, and then I can see what's going on with my glitter. But I can't see. I just have to hope that it's in the right place. Just have to hope it's in the right place. All right, that's me done. Wish me luck. Yeah, the colors are really pretty. If it works, then it'll be amazing. But yeah, I just don't know. It looks as if it's all spreading nicely on the outside. Sometimes when I do dots, let's see if I can find one for you. See this one. See how you can still see all the dots? And sometimes that, I think the dots kind of, I don't know, it's still pretty, but it's a bit blobby on the other side. But you can still see all the dots. On this one, you can't. They've kind of gone. So I'm hoping that it might work better on that one. So, yep. I will come back and see you. I'll leave this overnight now. I need to go and fill that. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for the unmolding. I'll just let it sit overnight now. I can hear a storm coming. See you soon. Okay, you guys. It's just cured. Just. I had it in my food dehydrator. And I need to be getting ready for bed. But I'm really keen to see what it's going to look like. Looks as if it's closed up on this side. It's looking really wispy. But yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see if I can get it out. It's still very soft. Keen to see what the Platinum Ultra Clear will do. It's a very thin resin, so I don't know if it's going to work, whether petals are going to just drop straight down. It's still really hot. Okay, without further ado. Oh, I'm nervous. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, well, that's different. Looks like a slice of fruit or something. My gosh. Okay. Well, I didn't get the tiny little petals, you know, that I wanted. It's actually quite unusual. Look at the yellow veining, like right through up here. Look at that. Isn't that just weird? Right up here, the yellow veining. And then we've got some pink in the middle. Oh, what's that fruit it reminds me of? Oh, I don't know. Like, I love the colours, and I love this gold edge here with that sort of pinky, apricot-y kind of tone that we're getting. And then we've got the yellow in the middle that's going through there, and then a little bit of pink in the middle. So, like, the colours are really pretty. It's just not petals. Not petals. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we can say that the Platinum Ultra Clear does not work unless I need to wait longer, like wait till it's thickened a bit. But then if you're going to wait for it to thicken, you might as well use something like Platinum Super Clear or Art Pro that's already thicker. But yeah, I guess if you don't have anything like that and you want to make your resin thicker, if all you've got's a really thin resin, you could potentially just wait until it's thickened up. Oh my gosh, I've got my camera in my other hand. This just feels weird. Just feels weird. Hang on, I've got to swap hands. Can't do it in that hand. All right, so there we go. Yeah, I'm loving those colours, crushing on those colours, but yeah, not what I was going for, but it's still pretty. It's still really pretty. But yeah, no petals. Can you see that interference shimmering there when I tilt it? You can see the interference. It's very, very light, just shimmering over the surface there. Go up here and get away from those bright lights so that you can see the colours a little bit better. True colours. There you go. It looks a bit darker there, doesn't it? True colours shining through. Sounds like a song. My true colours. So anyway, there's the little gold tips. You can see how gorgeous they are. They are just divine. There's that gold interference sparkling there. Yep, loving those little gold, whatever they're called, these little bits that come out. It's just weird. Just weird. Have no idea how that happened. But anyway, it is what it is. Not what I wanted, but it's still pretty. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my video. We're learning about resin. It's a thin resin. It hasn't acted the way the thicker resins work, which I guess is fine. We have to work with what we've got. But yeah, you could let it sit longer and so it becomes thicker, because the white's just, you know, it's just all fallen through. None of it stayed suspended. Not really. All right, now I'm off to bed. At least I can go to bed in realising that it's done. A bit depressed, but it is what it is. I'll try again. All right, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. Okay, take care, guys. Bye for now. I'll go and dream about resin. Night, night.